Hello, and welcome back to Laura's Plans. So in the last video, I kind of gave you a walkthrough of how I would be using this 2022 dash planner that I call my life book. And really it gave you an idea of how I intend to use this in combination with my everyday carry notebook. And I wanted to go ahead and pick up where we left off, and that would be to start planning out the week. Now, I want to remind you that I did go ahead and bring over the action steps that I wanted to take during this week. And that's something that I am going to map out in this weekly view, since I really don't have a weekly view in my everyday carry. And I'm okay with that. I think that works. But before we do that, I do want to play with my digital stickers and things. I find that I am actually more apt to play with stickers and put stickers down on a page when I can undo them easily. And yes, I know there is the chemical undo that allows you to take up stickers easily. I just have never been really good at it. I don't know. So, but in this life book, I find that, or in this digital book, I find that I am much more willing to play with stickers and decorate, because I can undo it if I want. It's not required that I do it, but if I like something, it can stay. If I don't like something, I can just clear the page and it will take it off, and I don't have to worry about it at all. And so I don't know why that freedom makes me more apt to really play with like date covers and other aspects. And I'm sure that if I played with them more in a regular planner, I'd get better at it. But, you know, after years of being in the planner community, I still haven't gotten the feel of it on a regular page. Whereas here, I, for whatever reason, am just really, really happy with doing it like this. So I am going to bring this up, and the first thing I'm doing is adding in my date covers, and I'm resizing my date covers so that they cover the existing day and date script. The beautiful thing is, by covering up these day and dates, I do not affect the hyperlinks at all. So when I move up and tap on Friday, it will take me to my Friday daily page. So I don't have to worry about covering things up with these digital stickers. It doesn't affect the functionality of the planner at all. And I'm going to bring this up because I want to make sure that I line up my boxes with the bottom line and that they're nicely centered. And that's the thing, you can just kind of throw it on there, and if you put it down kind of wonky at first, you can go ahead and adjust it immediately. And then I want to put these beautiful red date dots on each one of these days. And each season, I tend to go through and curate and grab, I've done this in the past. I'll show you. I grab sticker books, and when I do purchase stickers online, or if I make them, I'll put them in a season-specific folder so that I'm not having to scroll through thousands of sticker books or whatever, or sticker collections that I've created. Digitally, I can just come to Christmas and use the ones that I want. And then I don't keep all of my stickers in GoodNotes. I actually keep them in iCloud. And then when Christmas is done, I'll export these to my Christmas file and put them back. And next year, I'll probably select different ones that I have in my Christmas file on iCloud. So I try not to keep a lot of stickers in my GoodNotes app so that I'm not eating up a lot of working space, so to speak. So let's go back to the weekly. I have my dates and everything ready to go, but before I do anything, I want to take this and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to swipe to my meal and exercise plan. Now this is something that is making me so happy because it is going to allow me to monitor those actions that I set for myself this month and be able to do it on a weekly basis in a very easy and functional way. This template, I think, works perfectly. It had everything that I needed for my 30-day movement challenge, for my hydration, and for making sure that I'm eating breakfast and at least dinner with a snack every single day. But breakfast is really what I need to do, because most days I can go all day and not realize that I haven't eaten until I start to prep dinner. And by then I'm starving. And like I said, I have that crash. So I brought those over, and this week matches the week that I'm planning. So whatever date colors and date dot colors I pick will match. And so that's a visual indicator for me that these two things go together. Now I want to kind of play with separating. And last week I used that buffalo plaid, which I love, and I am probably more apt to use that every single week. But it is going to also be my decorating week. So I'm going to decorate my planner just like I intend to decorate my home. So I'm going to drop this in here, and I'm going to supersize it so that it covers pretty much half. But then I'm going to minimize it down, and I'm going to shorten that a little bit so it doesn't quite pixelate so bad. And then I'm going to grab it and move it up here. Then I'm going to grab it again. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it and overlay it on top of each other across the page. Then once that's done, I want to go ahead and grab all three of those, copy and paste them. And I think I'm going to paste them right up here. Or maybe, yeah, we'll do that. Maybe I'll grab some of the digital washi tape that's in this kit. Let's see. Pretty sure, or is it over here? Oh, it's over here. The one I really love is over here. I think I want to grab this one. So I'm going to grab that, bring it back here, and I am going to paste it. And then I'm going to bring it down and size it so it kind of fits in a box. But I don't like that little arrow side, so I'm going to crop that off. See how it has an arrow here? I'm going to crop that off and make it straight. Now, so I'm going to do that, and now you can see that has a nice straight edge on it, but I don't like how it's cutting off those little stars there. So I'm going to bring it in a little deeper. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is stretch it. That's about right. And I'm going to bring it down here and use it at the bottom of my page. I'm going to copy and paste. And let me see how I like that. You know, I'm not really sure I like that. So I'm going to undo it. I'm going to delete it and leave it alone for now. Maybe I'll come back and do something underneath, but for right now, I'm not really liking it. But I do love these little gnomes. So I'm going to copy them over. I do love, I'm going to take these. And I keep wanting to hit that. I'm going to close that one out. So I'm going to take those, put them up here, and I want one more thing because there's 7 days. You know what? I'm going to decorate the Christmas tree. So I'm going to grab that little Christmas tree and bring it over. and move it up here. And then I'm going to take all of these and resize them and make them a little bit bigger. Then I am going to put these up here kind of just as little delineators. I love this guy. He is one of my favorites, I think. Aren't they cute? Here, let me make it bigger so you can see. Those little gnomes, I think, are just adorable. And that one, I think, is my favorite. All right, so following the pattern, I think I'm going to put this one here. And then this one here. And this guy here. And then I don't need those, so I'm going to take those off and delete those. And there we go. There's my decoration for the week right now. It's just the base decoration, but it will allow me to, you know, just have a little bit of fun. Just coming in and seeing if there's anything else I want to use. I actually have a couple of appointments. Do I want to use that? Or, you know what? I'm going to use this down here. There's a little bit of buffalo plaid on the edges. I don't know if you guys can see it, so I'll make it big here in a second. So I'm going to use that and bring it down here on Thursday because my husband has his fantasy football night. And I'm going to copy it and put it over here on Saturday because I have a hair appointment that I really need to go to. I'm going to resize that, make it just a little bit smaller because I didn't like how it was covering the times. So, yeah, I wish I could ignore the times completely, but when it comes to appointments, I'm not really good at that. So I'm going to go ahead and just write in here that I have a 1:15 hair appointment. And guys, like people are always, I hear people say, oh, I can't write on an iPad. You know, I did get the paper-like film for it, so it does give it a little bit of tooth. But I just, you know, I just practiced. And it's not perfect. It's not my best handwriting, but it doesn't bother me. And although I know I could always convert it, I really don't need to. It doesn't bother me to see it like that. So those are the basic things that I know I have going on as far as appointments for the week. But I want to go ahead and really think about those intentional actions that I need to take this week and make sure that I'm kind of scheduling them in. And I do that by using both my everyday carry and my work planner to see what's going on. The first one that's really easy to include, of course, is the exercise. I have to do that every day. So what we're going to do, and yes, I'm tilting and moving this all over the place, but I want you to be able to see it. I'm going to go ahead and schedule out my exercise that I'm going to be doing for this full week. So on Monday, I'm going to walk. On Tuesday, I'm going to do yoga. Wednesday is a walk. Thursday, because my husband won't be here that night, is a yoga night. Friday is going to be a walk. Saturday is going to be housework. So this is her ideas template. And basically it's a template with just sticky notes already built on it. Off, but it's really not. And you can define and type and in or walk. Just write and I do include housework because guys, trust me, so it's kind of like even my Apple mind map and my Aura ring. And what I did was I took all of the goals and intentions and action steps. So there's my plan to meet my 30-day challenge of movement.
And I transferred them here.
So
why did I do that? Well,
that
if
under
I'm
health
using
and fitness.
my iPad,
I have my hydration goal already taken care of,
help me refine
because
a little bit,
I will be tracking my water
a little bit
down
more.
here
But
in
it
the
also
water
will
tracker
allow me
for
to
the
ensure
meal
that
and
I
exercise
am
planner.
documenting whether or not
So that's good.
Made
I'm
progress
tracking my
on
food. That
my
works there.
goals
We're
and
going to meal
actions and
plan, so
intentions
that
for the
works.
week.
I'll move
All
over
right,
the meals
so in the
that
next
we
video,
did
I'll go
not
ahead
eat
and start
last
building
week
the week to
into
come using
this
all of
week's
these
plan.
tools and showing you how I'm using my analog
So
and
I can do
digital
that
system
now.
together. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave down any comments or things you'd like to see in future videos down below.
So,
and until
I know
then,
that
I will see you tomorrow.
Wrong page. So there we go. So for dinner, I know tomorrow I'm making Baja tacos. With, actually, I'm going to do something smarter. Hold on. They were planned for tonight, and my husband's stomach is not feeling really well. So we're just going to eat some soup that I had. I'm going to copy it. It was on tonight's plan, and I am just going to copy it and paste it over here on this dinner plan. So that works. And I'm going to resize it so it fits into this space nicely. All right, and you can see that one's typed, and I'm going to show you the little trick that I do here. So I have a keyboard that's wireless, and what's really cool about it is that it allows me to Bluetooth connect to up to 3 devices. So I have my iPad synced to this keyboard. So now if I go to and tap on, let me go ahead and show you. I tapped on the text tool. So now that it's on the text tool, I can go ahead and drop in text boxes and be able to just type in what I want. We're going to be doing beef stew with homemade biscuits. And I'm going to bring that over, and I'll resize it here in a bit. And I want to make it centered, so I can put that there. And then I'm going to copy that, paste it here. And the other meal that we did not make, I always have like 8 or 9 meals planned. And I kind of do that on purpose so that I don't have to always recreate the wheel. The next one is dill salmon. Dill salmon and rice with fresh green salad. But apparently I can't type today. So I'm going to grab that, put that there. So that means that really I only have to plan for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Saturday, we're actually going to be going to another swim meet for my daughter. So this is going to be an out to eat night. And let's see here. So that's Friday, Sunday. I know that I have steak in the freezer. So let's do steak, roasted sweet potatoes, and I think I want to do actually roasted sweet potatoes, and then let's do some steamed cauliflower with that. No, I want to do Brussels sprouts. I'll roast them while I'm roasting the sweet potatoes on a sheet pan with almonds and some yummy stuff on it. So that'll be good. So that's there. And then next Sunday, I think we're going to just have a pizza night because I have some leftover, well, I make them in advance, but they're Chicago-style pizzas that I make from scratch, and then we freeze them so that we can just pop them in the oven, reheat them, and they are absolutely out of this world delicious. If you guys are interested in the recipe, it's really easy. I make them in cast iron skillets. If you have anyone that loves Chicago style pizza, this is the easiest recipe on the planet. It's actually, I saw it on YouTube, tried it, and my husband, who is a native Chicagoan, loves it. Absolutely adores when I make it, to the point where he doesn't want pizza from anywhere else. So it's kind of good because that allows us to save money, because we're not going and getting pizza around here that he really doesn't like, but just trying to, you know, get his pizza fix in. And so, yeah, so that works. So you can see I'm going through and resizing all of these so that they're nice and big, so that it's easy for me to read. And for you guys, it may not be as easy to read, but for me it is. So what I will do here is I tracked my exercise. That's my intention of exercise. Each night in my evening routine, what I plan to do is come in and track my actual exercise that was done, because life is variable. Life changes. So that's what I'll do there. I will also write in my actual meals for breakfast, for lunch, for snacks. I will tap in and track my water like I did in my previous week, just using the highlighter tool. And I can also track my vitamins and supplements. So that's it. So that is awesome, because that takes care of pretty much everything in my health and wellness action steps for the week. And the other beautiful thing is I don't have to try to come up with some way of putting it into this planner system. I don't have to draw a new grid. I don't have to do anything. It's all right here. So that's done. The other thing I want to look at is my other priorities. So I know that I need to make some transfers of funds on Friday, because that's my payday. So I am going to put in here, transfer money to savings and investments. I also need to pay tuition, and I will be making 2 payments, one to one school, one to the other school, in the month of December. So that's one of them. So that's my financial goals already. My action steps are planned out. In my home environment, I had a lot going on. I wanted to do the D&D menu plan. I also, Christmas lights isn't going to happen this weekend. Well, we might be able to do it. Maybe we'll do it on Friday night. On Monday, let me take a look at, actually, no. On Wednesday, I am going to research for Airbnb for a cabin. Christmas lights, you know what? We might be able to do them on Saturday. No, because on Saturday, I am putting up Christmas. So I'm going to leave that word Christmas there. I will tell you that S is really wonky. I'm just going to erase that and redo it. So if I'm going to do the Christmas decorations on Saturday, that means on Wednesday, because my husband's not here on Thursday, I need to pull in the Christmas boxes. All right, so that's a couple of my action steps taken care of. So that is in home environment, bring in Christmas, decorate. Those are going to be during the deep clean. And then that works there. And then on Sunday, I think that we can sit down, and I'm going to have him be a guest speaker, but we are going to plan the D&D menu as well as our menu for next week and our grocery shopping. That's going to have to happen on Saturday. The D&D menu is just kind of a couple of weeks away because we won't do it until the kids get home on the 21st. D&D won't even start till then. But so we can kind of just start looking at it. We're in a deserty kind of area, according to my son. And so we're going to take a look at some Indian cuisine, some different like Egyptian cuisine and things like that, and bring them in and see how those go. So I am going to meal plan and build my shopping list on Saturday, and I'm going to record that so that you guys see how I do that in my everyday carry and in conjunction with my iPhone. So going back to my action steps, I'm just going to come in. Ooh, this one. Okay. On Monday night, while I'm watching football, I am going to define the boundaries of my no spend for my planner. So I'm going to define those rules on Monday night. While we're watching football, that's a perfect time for me just to kind of brainstorm that and get that in. So that takes care of that one. Then next week I'll do these in subsequent weeks, I think. So these two may migrate over. That's all done. That's all done. Okay, and some of these are going to probably migrate over, like these for sure. I'm going to change the highlight of them because I know I'm not going to get all of that done. So I am going to migrate them right now. Those are things that are going to happen in subsequent weeks. I'm also going to go ahead and update this and migrate makeup and clothing to subsequent weeks. I think defining one is plausible. Defining more than one becomes possibly an obstacle. So I don't want to have to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and set those up because I know that my work week is really busy, and this is going to be enough along with all of my other normal daily tasks that I have to take care of. So it looks really blank right now, but I want to remind you that by the end of the week, it will look more like this. So that's my week. It's all set up. I have my intended action steps all mapped out, and I will use this in the morning in my morning routine when I map out what I'm going to do for the day, both taking into account work and home. And then in the evening, I'll come in and fill it in with what I was able to accomplish, anything, in a conversation with my kids that made me giggle, whatever, that will come into play. I will also update my meal and exercise trackers throughout the day, but primarily at night, I think. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was the daily page. And this I went ahead and kind of played with while I was doing today's daily page. And I set this up. My intentions, my focus points are going to go in here. I have a space for notes and things that I know I need to get done. Like these are social media aspects where I need to record a couple of things tomorrow so that I have videos later on in the week. So that's it. This is my daily page for today. And I am able to go ahead and update this because my husband does not want to eat Baja tacos tonight. his stomach has said enough after some very spicy Indian food that we had yesterday. And we love things spicy. And when his stomach says enough, you know it's enough. Because he honestly, I think, has a cast iron stomach. But yeah, so we're there. I can also mark this off. And I've already uploaded and scheduled. Day 5, day 6, and day 7 will be coming next. So I'm going to change how I did that, and I am going to put a highlight on day 5. That one is done. Day 6 and 7, I am still working on the rendering, so we're good there. So that's it, you guys. That is my iPad planner. This is how I'm using it in conjunction with my tools for December. I am really stinking excited about it. I think that it really is just something that will work beautifully. I'll go in tonight and finish out what I was doing for this evening. I'm able to adapt and expand upon my initial goal planning and my action steps. And just like my everyday carry, my analog planner, I want these right where I can access them. And that's why I brought them over. And then I have my week ready to go. So everything is set up. I hope you enjoyed this. I know that this is kind of different. Let me know if you were able to see it, if you need me to slow down, if I need to speed up. I'd appreciate any feedback since this is a new environment for me to be recording in. But I hope you stuck around. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow.